Hi, all. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me for the third and final part of this series on strategic culture shaping. I'm Jill Person, and in this installment, we'll be talking about how to get buy-in from others for your plan to reshape your organization's culture. Before we dive in, here's a brief refresher on what we covered in the first two videos. Part one, Thinking Culture, was about how to look strategically at your organizational culture and identify potential red flags that indicate you have a culture problem. And part two, Designing Culture, took us through the primary components of a strategic plan. Build your team, set your objectives, draft your plan. It also included tips on how to adopt a mindset ready for some cultural reshaping. So, what do we mean when we talk about influence? We're talking about leadership. And leadership isn't simply about handing down orders, it's about creating a culture in which people are motivated to work toward a common goal. These motivations are both extrinsic and intrinsic. Extrinsic motivations, like receiving a paycheck or fear of being fired, are easy to understand. Intrinsic motivations, like taking pride in one's work or showing up for others, come from within and vary from person to person. A truly excellent leader understands the power of intrinsic motivation and how to tap into it, both in herself, see what I did there, and others. This is influence. And in my experience, it is far more effective than handing out down orders from on high. Influence happens through both formal and informal channels of communication and relationships. You've already been using these channels. Each stage of strategic culture shaping has emphasized the importance of listening to others, regardless of status, and openly discussing the need to reshape your organization's culture. If you haven't already looked at these channels through a strategic lens, now's the time. Formal channels are pre-planned, organization-wide methods like mass emails and large meetings. Also, small group meetings can sometimes be formal too. Be transparent in your communications. Candidly and clearly present the need for change and your strategic plan. Explain how the plan was created and how it will be carried out. Invite people to respond to you and contribute. For some, informal channels are tougher to get used to because I'm telling you to get out of your office and professional comfort zone and walk around your organization to meet people and talk to them. Sergio Marchionne, the late CEO who revived two failing auto industry giants, Fiat and Chrysler, he was known not just for his business acumen, but also for moving his office out of the executive suite so he could stay in touch with the company's engineers, designers, marketers, the people who made Fiat Chrysler come alive. He stayed close to the action, listening for both ideas and concerns. There's enormous value in being accessible. You'll get direct, timely information while building relationships. The importance of this cannot be stressed. It also is hard to measure. So, a few things to think about as you go about culture reshaping. First, lead by example. You can't just tell people how to be. You have to demonstrate the culture you aspire to in your own actions and decisions. This means taking an honest account of your own mindset and motivations. It also means that you and everyone else in senior positions must believe in and participate in the effort to reshape the culture. Find leaders at all levels. Organizational culture isn't dictated solely by executives and managers. It is, it's not even a two-way street, it's an all-way street. Look for workers who others respect and listen to, and directly engage them in the plan. You will definitely discover some future stars along the way as well. Be open to influence yourself. This isn't just about you getting others to do what you want. It's about creating a healthy and productive organization in which people work together toward common goals. And that requires a willingness to receive information and incorporate it into your own thinking. So we're almost at the end here. Let's put it all together. Organizational culture works on a subconscious level, but that doesn't mean we can't think strategically about it. Don't underestimate the importance of deliberate reflection and exploration. When you do put together a strategic plan to reshape your culture, your most important resource will be your stakeholders. Tapping into your employees, customers, and perhaps even your vendors will be instrumental. Influencing is a hallmark of leadership, and it's focused on relationships. Lead by doing, but also by sharing. Be prepared and delighted to find leaders and influencers in unexpected places. They're ready to pitch in. They're just waiting for you to recognize them. So that concludes this series on strategic culture shaping. As you go forward in reshaping your organizational culture, I hope you find these videos to be a helpful resource. I created them with my own professional experiences, both productive and otherwise, in mind. My goal was to help others find success by breaking down an intangible and overwhelming concept, changing organizational culture for the better, and to something that any of us could achieve, regardless of scale or resources. So I thank you for spending this time with me. I wish you all the best as you build an organizational culture that supports purpose and pride in both your work and that of the people around you.